All right, everyone, welcome back, and this is the final talk for the trade deadline, and I have JoeyA here with me today, or
Howdy.
at least on this video. All right, so we had a few more trades that went down since the last video I dropped earlier today. Let's go over some of these trades real quick. Yeah, for some odd reason, the Spencer Dinwiddie trade wasn't originally showing up when I was doing this, but let's go ahead. We're going to go over this Spencer Dinwiddie trade real quick.
That's what we're going to start with?
Yeah, that's what we're going to start with. We'll start off with this one first, real quick.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and find. I want to find the exact breakdown for you guys here, so we can see exactly what's going on. Okay, so it was the Dallas Mavericks giving up Kristaps Porzingis, a second round pick, and Washington giving up Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Berton. So, yeah, how do you feel about the Mavericks giving up Porzingis after he's playing a pretty decent season this year?
The Knicks didn't want him. Mavericks don't want him. So, I'm, I, it's a fine trade for both sides. I think it's a push. I don't think it brings either one of them over the top. It just adds another solid player to each team.
Yeah, I don't think it's bringing the Washington Wizards over the top either.
Nah.
I mean, I totally forgot about this trade when I was trying to record the other one.
Yeah, Dinwiddie's a good player. I like him. Porzingis, when he's on the court, he's good, but he's have that threat where he's going to get hurt. Dinwiddie
That's
is
the problem.
proved reliable. Best ability is availability.
Exactly. I definitely agree with that.
What's the next trade you want to look at? It was a cool trade, but nothing oh my God.
Well, the next trade we'll go ahead and go to the Philadelphia 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, we're
trade.
going right into that one. Huh?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go right to
trade.
We're gonna go right to the big fat juicy trade.
All right. Well, what do you like about that trade?
What do I like about that trade?
Yeah. If you were Philly, what's making you excited?
Just acquiring at least a proven scorer in James Harden. I mean, honestly, you weren't getting production out of Ben Simmons.
Well, I mean, what kind of production were you? If you're talking about 30 points a game, then yeah, I agree. You weren't getting that out of him.
No, you're not getting anything.
James
really
Harden doesn't play defense.
James Harden does not play defense. So yeah, but you're doing great anyways this season without Ben Simmons, without your defensive players. So
you're putting more pressure on the defense now because you have James Harden's a good player. He can score. I mean, he's can pass. He has good court vision. He's going to go off. He's probably going to command the ball, probably take another 20, 25, 30 shots a game. And you got Embiid as well, too. As you pointed out earlier, he's a good player as well. But it is what it is. I like what the Nets got because they still have a good offense. They didn't really need James Harden to score because they can just have Durant can just be your scorer. You got
Kyrie, yeah.
You got a facilitator with Ben Simmons to bring the ball up the court. You got a nice guy off the bench in Curry, but then we're also forgetting Drummond too. So now, doesn't Brooklyn still have DeAndre Jordan?
Yeah.
So now you got three bigs. What's your rotation looking like? You got Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, and Drummond.
Oh, you can't forget about what's his face either. The one that started off in Portland there. God, I forget his name. The one that had the heart issue that retired early and then ended up coming back.
I mean, the only person I know in Portland is Greg Oden, but I know it's not him.
No. What's his name? Shoot. God, why am I drawing a blank? I hate when I draw a blank on players like this. Let's see. Nets roster effort. Oh, shoot. What's his... Why can't I think of his name? Where is he at? Right there. LaMarcus Aldridge.
Cool.
You have LaMarcus Aldridge still there, too.
So you got two power forwards in Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge. And you got two bigs with DeAndre Jordan and the one they just acquired in Drummond.
I would start Drummond over DeAndre.
That's all. I mean, sure, but you can't do it right away because you got to build chemistry.
Yeah. In the long run, though,
I mean, that's a lot of guys that just have it's a good deep bench, but that's not a lot of good free throw help.
in the long run, it's going to look like Brooklyn's going to win this trade. Getting 2 draft picks and 3 decent players for just James Harden. In the long run, at the end of the day, Brooklyn's going to probably win this trade.
Yeah, that's according to that, what you have up there. All the 76ers got was James Harden.
Originally, it was reported that Paul Millsap was in the trade too, so not sure how that's going to, with everything when all the dust settles, if Paul Millsap is definitely going to be added, but still, Paul Millsap is not a difference maker. He's not going to make and break the trade.
Are you telling me Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 firsts equal James Harden?
No. Mm-hmm. You gave up a lot for James. But that's Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey loves James Harden, so at the end of the day, he's going to do anything to acquire his player, right?
I mean, if I was the 76ers, I would have been hard-pressed on giving a second first. A first to just push the trade over the deal, fine, okay, take it. But a second that's later down the road when your team's probably going to stink anyways and could turn to a lottery pick. I mean, Philadelphia doesn't really have the best history of being a competitive team. They go on their runs and then they stink. Yeah. And then when this is all done, they're going to stink. Who's going to say Embiid still might be there?
Exactly. Who say that James Harden's going to still be there? He's going to enter free agency. He's already said that he kind of wants to test free agency. He's never got to test free agency before.
Yeah, maybe he wants to go to L.A.
I'm not getting my hopes up for that.
Sure, why not? He wants to go join the band back over there with Russell Westbrook. Maybe Durant will come tag along for a little bit. Serge Ibaka might want to come over.
Listen, I'm still upset today. We should have tried to get rid of Russell Westbrook as best as we could, but we couldn't. Still upset about that.
That's a hefty contract to trade.
Exactly. That's why it wasn't going to happen.
But when GM LeBron makes the shots...
GM LeBron. All right, the next trade, the Celtics and the Rockets. The Celtics requiring Daniel Theis and giving up Schroeder, Freedom, and Fernando. I mean, Fernando, I don't even know who the hell he is.
Is Schroeder not doing anything this year?
Schroeder really wasn't playing that great this season.
Did he need to go back to L.A.?
He wanted to stay in L.A.
I know.
Now it's coming out that he wanted to back up Russell Westbrook. At this point, L.A. probably should have kept him. We probably would have had a nice little player off the bench at that point.
I mean, he was your Jeremy Lin.
Yeah.
It was Schroeder sanity. Schroeder sanity.
Schroeder sanity.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for this trade, the Celtics are getting a player that played very well for them in the past, Daniel Theis. So, I mean, this could be... Again, I don't honestly see either team winning this trade. It's not a win for either trade.
No.
This was just, okay, both teams are just swapping players that they could potentially just be helpful players. Nothing that's going to make or break them into a championship contending team. Yeah. Well, let's face it, Houston is not contending anytime soon. They're in the middle of a rebuild anyways. So it really, honestly, doesn't really make sense because the only player that's young enough for your rebuild is Dennis Schroeder.
Is he really a rebuilding piece?
No, he really isn't. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's like if you're rebuilding, that's the only thing that could be excited about is, whoa, you got a semi-young Dennis Schroeder. But, I mean, you already have Jalen Green. So, I mean, do you really need Dennis Schroeder?
Jalen Brown?
No, Jalen Green.
Okay.
The rookie.
I thought you were talking about for the Celtics.
No. Jalen Brown, yeah, that's different. Celtics, yeah, that's... Mm-hmm. And now the big, massive 4-team trade. I was very shocked that we had a 4-team trade this year between the Bucks, Clippers, and Kings and Pistons. At the end of the day, when you look at this trade, the Pistons got finagled. They got only Bagley back, but gave away, what was it, 2 draft picks?
2 seconds.
2 second draft picks, and they gave up, what, 1 player.
I mean, I kind of like it for Detroit. They gave up Josh Jackson. That's all I see as a player.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
seconds.
You got Marvin Bagley, who can probably finally live up to his potential. Baby.
So you think Detroit got finagled?
I mean, yes and no. I mean you gave up 2 picks and a player.
Seconds.
Yeah, true. And you got back Marvin Bagley. That's what I'm saying. It all depends. If Marvin Bagley ends up even living up to a little bit of his potential, then yeah, they won this trade.
When you're trading your second picks in 2K, aren't those just trade chips to you? Who cares?
yeah, that's true. But when you're when you're talking real life, there has been some great players that were drafted in the second round.
Yeah, some
like 1 or 2.
I mean,
well, Jokic. I think Jokic was second round pick.
I mean, I don't know. But anyway, the second round pick gems are a diamond. I mean,
Yeah, not a diamond.
they're a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, exactly. And the Bucks acquiring Serge Ibaka, 2 picks and cash consideration. I mean, that's pretty decent for the Bucks.
Me and my friends always said, "What's cash considerations for you? Just considering cash? Maybe I'll take cash. I don't know. I'll consider it.
Maybe give me some of that cash, you know." But I mean, they gave up Dante DiVincenzo, who hasn't really been playing well for them anyway.
All right, Siri, shut up.
Oh well, there goes Siri.
She doesn't understand the trade either.
That's what I'm saying. The Clippers, I mean, for this one, the Clippers just washed them out. You got Rodney Hood and old Geely and some other random guy I never heard of. I mean, realistically, the Clippers, what are you doing over there? Are you preparing yourself to lose Kawhi Leonard and Paul George?
Well, I mean, we're not going to lose him now, but maybe at the end of the year.
I mean, I do like this trade for the Kings. They're getting Vincenzo and Jackson.
I'm okay with Detroit's trade. They didn't really give up much to get a young, maybe budding star.
Yeah, true. The next trade is the Wizards dealing another player. Wizards deal Montrezl Harrell to the Hornets for Kerry Jr. and Ish Smith and a second-round draft pick.
I mean, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's just okay.
Yeah.
Like, this trade makes no sense for either team. I mean, yeah, Charlotte is playing well. Harold can contribute a little bit, where you had 2 young guys that probably weren't contributing as much. But is Harold going to contribute more than both of those young players? Is he going to be really the one to push you over into playoff contention? I don't think so. Honestly, there's not much really to discuss about this trade. This trade is just what it is. It's just there. Same thing with this one with the Suns. They're getting Torrey Craig back and cash consideration again. And the Pacers are getting Jalen Smith in a second-round draft pick. I think the Pacers are winning this one at the end of the day.
How much cash is cash considerations?
I have no clue. I would like to know some details on that cash consideration. Like, am I considering $1 million, or am I considering, a couple?
And then when you're considering, are you really going to say no?
Exactly. No, I want your money. You know what? And you know what? Keep it. Keep it, because Torrey Craig was just enough for us.
Yeah. Thank you. We considered your cash, but it's no good here.
I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, I really think that Indiana might have won this one. Jalen Smith, showed some glimpses of potential coming out of college. He just hasn't lived up to it in the Suns. And again, it could not be his fault. It could be the organization's fault. We've seen players not bud in certain organizations and then go to another one and play amazing.
I think we need to look at this next blockbuster here with Aaron Holiday getting traded for cash considerations.
Here's another one. The Suns acquire Aaron Holiday from the Wizards for just some cash. So what's going on with the Wizards? Are they entering a rebuild? How is Brad? I mean, you got Porzingis to pair with Bradley Beal, but what is this really saying in the long run for you?
I mean, Wizards got some money to buy people. I don't know.
They got some money to offer Bradley Beal and Porzingis. I mean, I don't think Bradley Beal and Porzingis are going to work. No offense to Bradley Beal, but Luka Doncic is a better player at the end of the day, in my opinion. What would you think? Do you think Luka is better than Bradley Beal?
Why wouldn't I think that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Bradley Beal is an amazing player, but Luka is young and he's playing just as good. So if it didn't work with Luka, it's not going to work with Bradley Beal.
I mean, I don't even. Luka's probably in my top 5 right now. Bradley Beal's, maybe if he's lucky, sniffs the top 15.
Oof, that's a little harsh.
Why?
You're telling me you could name 14 other players that are better than Bradley Beal right now in the league?
I mean, off the top of my head,
that you would take over Bradley Beal at the shooting guard position?
I mean, we're to talk about the shooting guard.
Well, I'm just saying, can you name 15 players?
No, I said top 20 players. I said top 15 players. I said top 15 shooting guards.
Okay, sure. That's what I'm saying. Even top 15 right now. Can you
players?
Yeah, can you name 14 other players right now that are playing better than Bradley Beal this season?
Sure. You give me LeBron.
Okay, I'll give you LeBron.
You can give me Anthony Davis.
I'm not giving you Anthony Davis. No way.
Well, it sucks for you.
I'm sorry. At the end of the day, Anthony Davis is a perennial all-star. Don't get me wrong.
Go pull up their numbers.
But when he's shooting at the percentage that he's shooting at this season, there's no way. Let's pull up some numbers here real quick. We're going to pull up some numbers.
Do Anthony Davis versus Bradley Beal.
All right, so let's do Anthony Davis What is he averaging this year?
No, just do versus Bradley Beal.
We'll do stats, and I'll do them. I'll bring them both up real quick. Double it down, and then Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal stats. Let's see. I spelled Bradley wrong. Looks like he hasn't played since January. So actually, Bradley Beal has not played since January.
I mean, it's only 5 games. Who cares?
Yeah, that's true. And when he was playing, he averaged, what was he doing? 9 points in his last game, 2 for 11, 12 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. So he's averaging right now for the season 23.2 points at a 45.1 field goal percentage, shooting 30% from the 3-point line, averaging 4.7 rebounds, about 6.6 assists, about a steal a game, and about a half a block a game. Versus Anthony Davis for this season, who is averaging about 23.5 points, shooting at a 53 field goal percentage, and only shooting a 17.2 3-point.
He doesn't shoot threes.
Yeah, well, last year he was shooting threes, great. Last year
he shot him at 26%. That's not great.
It's better than this season.
Sure.
And the year before that, he shot 33. So he definitely taken a dip the last 2 seasons. He's averaging about a double-double with the 10 rebounds. Mm-hmm. He's averaging about 2.9 assists and 1.3 steals and 2.3 blocks.
I'll take that over Bradley Beal.
You take that over Bradley Beal?
Yeah.
It's a coin flip between them. I mean, I'm not going to say that Anthony Davis is way better than Bradley Beal, but if you have Anthony Davis in your top 15, there's no way you can't have Bradley Beal there.
Sure there is, because I can name 13 other players I'd rather have over.
All right, come on, name some other players. Who would you rather have over him?
Trigger Trey.
Trigger Trey. Okay, I give you Trigger Trey. Who else?
I'll take Luka Doncic.
Okay. I'll give you Kevin Durant.
I'll take Dame.
You're gonna take Dame over Bradley?
Yep.
Really? Oh, that's a hard one. Because I don't think Dame has really played that much. Dame hasn't really played that much this season either, though, due to injuries. Damian Lillard stats right there. Let's see. Yeah, he hasn't even actually played this season.
Well, you can still look at his averages.
Oh, he's averaging what? Last year he averaged
right up there, at the top.
Yeah, right there. Where is it? Right there. 24. So 24 points a game. He shot 40% from the field goal, 32% from the 3-point line. 4.5 rebounds with 7.3. Okay, I'll give you him over Bradley Beal then with those stats.
I think you have to.
Yeah, I definitely give you him.
Jason Tatum.
Okay, I'll give you Tatum for sure. I'll definitely give you Tatum on that one as well.
I will take me some Joel Embiid.
Okay, I'll give you Embiid.
I don't know how many players that is right now, but we'll go up and down. I'll take Giannis.
Okay, I give you Giannis. Okay, so you could, I guess you could make an argument that he is probably not a top 15 player right now in the league, but I mean it's still Bradley Beal at the end of the day. He's still a great plaer.
Yeah, I will not take that away from him. He is a great player, but I mean I don't think he's anything to write home about. I think I'll take Seth Curry over him.
You take Seth?
I'm sorry, Steph.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say, not Seth. There's no way I'd take Seth Curry over Bradley.
I might even take Klay Thompson over him.
I give you that. See, here's the thing. And this is, again, I might get backlash for this, but when it comes to someone like Bradley Beal and it comes to someone like Klay, I don't think they're a player that's the main piece on a team. I think they're a great complementary piece. Like Klay is a great complementary piece for Steph, and I believe I think
the Bulls. I forgot who their shooting guard is. I might take him over Bradley Beal too.
Zach LaVine?
Yeah.
I'd take Zach LaVine over Bradley Beal this season all day long. Yeah. Especially the way the Bulls are playing. Shit, if Lonzo didn't get hurt and Lonzo was playing still the same way he's been playing, I would take Lonzo over him at this point,
I think you can name 15 players better than Bradley Beal.
Yes, right. This season, yes, you're probably right. This season, Bradley Beal's definitely had a little bit of a slump of a season.
I don't think he's a slump. I just don't think he's a top 15 player at all.
Like I said, I don't think he's a player that is the main piece. I think he's a good complementary piece.
All right, I'll give you Bradley Beal or LaMelo.
Okay, I'm done with that right there because I would definitely take LaMelo just because he's younger and he's definitely putting
No, just this year. You don't. We're not talking about after this year.
This year,
yeah.
let's see. Do I want LaMelo? Let's see. Do we want LaMelo? Yeah, I'm going to take LaMelo. I take LaMelo at
Yeah,
36
all right.
3-point shooting. He's only scoring 19 points,
Yeah, but
averaging
look, he's
19
doing
points.
7 and 7.
Yeah, but he's doing 7 and 7 rebounds and
Yeah.
assists. Yeah, I mean he's a 6'8" monster.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's playing point guard position. He's like this is what Cade can possibly be. I don't think Cade's gonna be as good as LaMelo, but
How about Oladipo? I put Bradley Beal in the class of Oladipo. I think he's right there along that.
I wouldn't put him that down.
I don't think that's down. I think
Honestly,
that's right there with a
Yeah,
solid
but
player.
Oladipo really only had one really good solid season in Indiana, and that was really about it.
Go look at his career averages. He's been all right.
I don't think so. I think he only had honestly. I think Oladipo really only had.
I'll bet his numbers compare pretty similar to Bradley Beal. Victor Oladipo.
Victor Oladipo. There we go. Victor Oladipo. He hasn't played this season. Remember, he's hurt.
He's played 20 games this year. But look at his career numbers. I was going to say, I'd put him right there with Bradley Beal.
I wouldn't. He didn't average nowhere near as many points as Bradley Beal.
21, there's 20, there's a 23.
Yeah, and Bradley Beal averaged, 30, 31, 25, 22, 23. I mean, career-wise, Bradley Beal's a 22-point scorer, and Oladipo's only a 17-point.
So then look at the other stats as well, too. So he's doing 17, 40, 30, 4, 4. So 17, 40, 30, 4, 4.
About that, they're about averaging.
Yeah, that's
so yeah. Okay, I can see that. I can see why you say that. I mean, no disrespect to Bradley Beal. Sorry, Washington fans. I know a lot of you guys love Bradley Beal.
They love Gilbert Arenas too.
Agent Zero. All right, let's move on to the next trade because we don't want to make this video so long.
I'm shocked that Thaddeus Young is still in the league.
Thaddeus Young still in the league. I know, right? Come on. This trade, again, this is another one that you pretty much just traded. I give this one to the Spurs because you pretty much gave up two players that don't make a difference. You gave up a second-round draft pick, and you got someone that's really not going to make a difference, but you got a first-round draft pick. And if the Toronto doesn't play that good this season, that draft pick can actually be pretty decent for them. So there's not really much more to say about this trade at that point.
I like what the Spurs got. I'll take that. That's another Popovich special.
I actually like this next trade for the Magic and the Celtics trade. Magic's getting Ball, PJ Drozer, future second-round draft pick, cash consideration, and the Celtics only receiving a 2023 second-round pick. Mm-hmm. I like this for the Magic because Ball definitely has shown some potential, and I think he can actually grow and put him next alongside Bam.
He's definitely good in
Jonathan
2K.
Isaac. Yeah, he definitely could be a simulation beast in 2K, exactly. And that's pretty much the trades that happened today after the last video that we dropped. So, I mean, rating all these trades, who do you think out of all these trades that the last 8 trades that we just went over, 9 trades that we went over, who do you think honestly probably got the better deal out of all these teams?
Who do you think?
Personally,
you got to put your Justin stamp of approval. Which one are you taking?
It might sound crazy, but you kind of made a point. I think the Pistons probably did the best in this.
That's who I was thinking too. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the Pistons, Pistons potentially got something really good out of here because if Marvin Bagley could even live up to a little bit of that potential, and putting him alongside Cade and the rest of that young crew that you got there to grow, it could be something special. It just all depends on how his career pans out from here. Hopefully, he can become that player that showed those glimpses of potential.
I think our viewers will point out we did miss one thing in this Detroit trade, which I'm just doing some right with my glass on. Detroit also did give up Trey Lyles, but who cares?
Well, I thought there was a second player. See, Josh Jackson and Trey Lyles. That's what I say. So they gave up 2 picks and 2 players.
Yeah.
But again, Trey Lyles is nobody.
Yeah.
Josh Jackson maybe. I mean, he ain't that great of a player.
That's why I say who cares.
Like, can we see some stats on Josh Jackson? So he's having 7 points per game. I mean, he's 25 years old, so you gave up a semi-young player.
Wow, what a waste of a pick. He was a 4th-round pick.
A 4th-round pick in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, well, good for him. At least he's a professional. He's doing better than us. So
what do we got? Yeah, that's true. That's 100%. And I mean, Lyles, you gave up. Okay, Lyles is averaging 10 points per game. He's 26 years old, and you got him in at 12th pick. That wasn't a bad pick.
What the hell's Pi?
I don't know.
Is that how much ball share he's commanding?
I have no clue what pi means.
All right.
I've never seen that before
Yeah,
on
all
a
right.
stat sheet. Someone let us know down below if you guys know what pi means when looking at stats. A pi of 11.6. I can't even think what that would even abbreviate for pi, because points. I can't even. I'm not even gonna try to guess that one. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
Click on Bagley. I just want to see what he's doing. This
Marvin Bagley, yes. So let's see what he's averaging. 9.3 with
He's got some
7.2
10 pi.
rebounds. And he's got a 10 pi. And he's only 22 years old.
year.
And he was a second-round pick in 2018.
Second overall.
So, yeah, he's been in the league for 3 years, and he's still only 22 years old.
He's just something's not happening with him. He's not being developed. That's why.
No,
he
that's...
got moved.
Well, come on. They had that freaking stupid coach there, Luke Walton. I guess Luke, he definitely was a Laker for a while, but man,
Stupid
that boy
guy.
can't coach for shit. Look what happened. Look what he did to Lonzo when he was in L.A.
Man, if they just kept Lonzo, huh?
You're telling me if you just kept Lonzo, if we would have just kept fucking D'Lo,
These GMs need to play some 2K. I'm sorry.
D'Lo, D'Angelo Russell, that to me is still the most baffling trade we've ever made. Like, Magic Johnson really fucked up. Like, no offense, but Magic Johnson was a great player, but a terrible GM. Terrible GM. He's like Michael Jordan.
No, that's why he has
Michael Jordan was a great player, but a terrible owner.
That's why he has LeBron there running the show.
Well, Magic's not there no more. Magic's gone. Genie's calling all the shots now at this point. Magic's out of there. Remember, he left
That's
after
right.
he made all those terrible
Well,
trades.
he has part ownership in the Dodgers now, so
Yeah, that's why I think he just wanted to focus on that more than he did wanted to focus on his NBA. All right, everyone, let us know down below in the comment section. Who do you think won out of all these trades? Who do you think got finessed the most out of these trades? Oh, we actually didn't even talk about that. What team do you think got finessed the most?
Philly.
Philly? Philly got finessed the most?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You're not going to go with the cash consideration?
I don't even know what that means. Me and my husband don't
I
talk
mean,
about-
Aaron Holiday for just
Yeah.
cash? Come on, that's
that's a blockbuster right there.
that's the best trade I've seen in the last 2 years.
If I was Phil, I'd be like, "You guys keep Harden. Have a great day, guys. Take care."
But what would you have done with Ben Simmons if you were going to keep Harden? If you're going to tell them to keep Harden?
I wouldn't have give picks away. I would have said, "Man, you guys either take Ben Simmons, Curry, and Drummond, or nothing."
I honestly do think they gave up so much. This was a team that was asking for a lot, and then you turned around and gave up a lot.
Yeah, everyone knew New Jersey was going to be moving Harden. Everyone knew that Philly was going to be moving Ben Simmons. You didn't have to throw in all this extra crap in order to get this guy.
You knew James Harden didn't want to be there with drama queen Kyrie Irving.
He's an idiot.
We're not even going to. I already touched enough of that on the last video about my opinion about Kyrie Irving and his diva-ness. So we're not even going to touch that in this video. Anyways, let's try to redo this again. Let us know down below who you think won, who do you think lost, what trade do you think was the best, what trade do you think was the worst. Like always, hit that like button because it does help us. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you always stay up to date when we drop videos, because we are dropping bangers here at Old Nerds Gaming. Until next time, everyone, peace out.
Take care. That was fun.